Hi friend, are you feeling overwhelmed every time you open up your Dubsado and have no idea where to start? You are not alone. Allow me to show you how to set up your very first workflow without throwing your laptop out of your window, especially if you are a creative small business owner who is so frustrated every time they go to open up this app and just ends up manually sending out things to their clients because they've just never set up what needed to get set up to begin with. I'm going to break down the process of creating your very first workflow. It's the same way I set them up for all of my one-on-one clients. I've helped photographers, rental companies, interior designers, transport companies, brand designers, web designers, wedding venues, all kinds of different industries inside of their Dubsado. And I know you can set yours up too. You just need a little bit of help now and then. So let's get you from absolute chaos to a more streamlined Dubsado. Okay, before we start, there are 4 main sections of a client journey that I think are really well suited for Dubsado automations. Those are at your time of inquiry, at time of booking, so how they sign a contract, payment, all that kind of stuff. Once they're officially a booked client, and then offboarding, what happens at the end of working together. Those are the 4 big segments of your client journey that you want to guide your clients through. So today we're going to start with the inquiry flow, and I'm going to show you how to do it based off of a contact form on your website. And then I'll also show you how to do it if you want to go straight to a scheduler on your website. So either one, or you can be like me and have both of them on your website. But this is going to help guide your client in what it's like to work with you. So we need to think through a few things when it comes to this initial process. We need to know what questions are going to be on our inquiry form. And there's 2 ways to go about this. You can have a really short inquiry form and just get them in, or you can ask some additional questions to make sure you're prepared to take next steps with them. I highly encourage that. Ask a couple more questions. You're not really looking to weed people out, but you're there to support them in whatever way that they're coming to you. So it's best to get as much information from the get-go as possible. I used to do like a shorter intake form, and then once they book a call with me, I sent a lengthier form out for them to give me this key information. But 70% of the time, people would not fill out that second form. We're busy. We don't have time for that. So I ended up basically reducing that secondary form to key pieces of information that I want to know in working together. And that's what I have on my main contact form. So we're going to write some canned emails to have handy for this. So we're going to think through what happens if that initial email, what needs to happen, any follow-up emails that need to go out. We're going to think through all of those canned emails, and then we're going to plug it into our workflow and then test it all out. As I think about this initial flow, I'm going to have 2 starting points. So I have a lead capture form, and then I'll call it a discovery call. Okay. So this has the form. Once somebody completes the form, I'm going to send a link to book a call. Maybe it's also has pricing options in it. And then I think I want a second email follow-up if they don't book a call. And then if they book a call, we want a confirmation email, probably a reminder email 24 and maybe 1 hour before. And then the discovery call one, I also need a call form. Before I can build out any of my automations, I have to put these pieces together. I'm going to do this first fully in Dubsado 2.0 because it's my favorite to use. And while Dubsado 3.0 is currently still in beta, there's still some hiccups they're figuring out. So I'm going to do this in 2.0 for all of my 2.0 users, but then I'll also show you what it looks like in Dubsado 3.0 so you can also see that and learn that. I encourage you to start to play around in Dubsado 3.0 if you haven't. And if you're brand new to Dubsado, you can always get to Dubsado 2.0, go to hello.dubsado.com, and it'll take you to Dubsado 2.0. It just won't be a prompt for you when you're logged in if you're a new client. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into my Dubsado. Let's first look at our canned emails. I need a new canned email that is going to send the discovery call. Thank you for your interest. Hi, smart fields down here. Client first name. Thank you for your interest in working together. You can find more about my pricing and services here. I love to hop on a call. Use the below link to find a time that works for you. Smart field, a link, a scheduler link. Looking forward to it. And then our brand signature. Okay, so then here, this link is going to be a link. I'm just gonna have it be like a regular link. It's like a Canva doc or something. Cut that, put it here. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that first one is good. I'm gonna save and close. I'm gonna do a new one. I'm gonna say inquiry follow up. Then we'll go hi. And again, we'll pull their first name. I wanted to check to see if you were able to review my services guide. Let me know if you have any questions. All my best. Save and close. That email brand signature is in this little signature spot here. I've got a template too if you just want to steal this email signature. I'll link it down below, the little freebie email signature. When it comes then to call confirmations, right, because we have this link to book the call, the pricing options, the second follow-up. When it comes to this discovery call confirmation email, I like to just find the scheduler appointment here in Dubsado because it's already got my smart links and everything. So I'm going to duplicate that and then edit it. I'm going to say your call is confirmed. It says all the information here. I have it adding it to their appointment. That's going to be one of the smart fields under appointment. Add to calendar link. I also like to just have that conferencing link in there. If depending on if you do a video call or phone call, either one will be able to show up for you there. And then we have buttons for canceling or rescheduling. And then maybe we add another little bit that says, before our time together, I highly encourage you to take a look at my pricing and services guide here. And then again, we can relink. Make sure you always have the HTTPS before your URL. Insert. Awesome. Save and close. And then let's do I think we probably have a appointment reminder in 1 hour. It's coming up. You can screenshot this and steal it from me if you want. But I think that is great. And then let's see what the reminder before that, because I think I want to send 24 hours ahead of time, which I don't think I have. So let me take this 1 hour one. Appointment reminder 24 hours is tomorrow. That your call is happening tomorrow. Below are the details. We use this link to find a new time. Okay, I'm going to encourage smart field appointment. I'm going to use the reschedule button so that they can reschedule if they want to. I'm not going to include the cancel button because I would like to talk to them. So we'll just do reschedule, save and close. Now my canned emails are done. Let me look at my forms. So I have a lead capture sample form, which is normally in here automatically. And then I like to have that same form, but with the word call at the end, because we're going to do a different automation for if they just book the discovery call. Okay. You want to make those exactly how you need them to. In the scheduler, we can add a template, discovery call. Maybe it's 15 minutes long. Rolling day window is how long in advance it can be booked. You can change the availability here by Xing off your time slots and changing your availability. Location, we'll say it's a Google Meet, and I will add video conferencing. I will save that, and then I go back to advanced. These are settings, prevent booking. I like to prevent booking at least 24 hours. They're not hopping on my calendar same day. You can create a buffer if you want. Maybe you want a 15-minute buffer after. How many times you want this appointment schedule being used. We have the discovery call confirmation email Ready to go? This is going to be the discovery call that goes out with the form. So I don't need another form booked in because it's going to go out. Okay, we're going to do notifications turned on, and I'm going to do a 24-hour tomorrow ad, and then we'll do a 1-hour ad, save. It's great. Then I'm going to copy this and I'm going to just rename it discovery call with brand, save it, and then change. The only setting here I'm going to change is the additional form. I'm going to grab that lead capture with the call option here and save this. All right, and then this is the appointment that you would actually use to embed on your site. So instead of having a contact form, you could have a embed of the call. I'll show you what this looks like. So you can actually have like the call embedded on your site instead. Okay, so canned emails are written, our forms are created, our schedulers are created. Now we can go to workflows. I can add a workflow that is new by like contact form. I'm going to send an appointment scheduler. I'm going to use the first discovery call. I have send discovery call, apply. That's a canned email we already wrote. I can add an action. I'm going to send an email 3 days after, and it's going to be our second email here. I'm actually going to require approval before this goes out in case like they responded back and we're like in communications. That doesn't go out automatically. I'm going to change the project status once the appointment is scheduled. Discovery call. I'm going to change it to call booked. Project statuses get changed in the projects tabs. You need those already created before building out your workflow, and they can be whatever you'd like them to be. I'm going to pause this workflow once the appointment is scheduled so that this inquiry doesn't get prompted to go out because they booked the call. The reminders around the discovery call go out not via the workflow, but via that discovery call booking. And then we want the new lead by call, add an action. This, we're going to change the project status to, actually, you know what? All I'm going to do is change the project status for somebody by call, and it doesn't even need to happen. So under our new lead capture, I'm going to grab that new lead by form workflow, and then I'm going to have it as a project status as lead captured. I get to have their name as the project title. If you don't, otherwise, it's going to just be the name of the form. And then in the lead capture call, I'm going to change these settings. I'm not going to apply a workflow. I'm going to change the project status to call booked, and then I'll have that smart field there. And it really doesn't need to have any other workflow automations from a call booking because the automations around the emails being sent all come from the scheduler. All right, so let's see that from within Dubsado 3.0. So inside of Dubsado 3.0, your canned emails are called messages. So we are going to go to your custom templates here. Your default templates are all like Dubsado specific ones. Custom templates are different. So you're going to add a new one. I'm going to say one send discovery call. I'm just going to say 2 or something. We can go hi, and then your key, like your links, for the client name, we're going to grab their first name is this little button here. Smart fields is this little lip button here. We're going to say thank you for reaching out and your interest in working together. Feel free to check out my pricing and services guide here. I love to chat more with you to hear about your project. Find a time on my calendar here, and then grab that smart field. We're going to do the links. We'll grab the scheduler link. Looking forward to it. And then I will do the brand email signature. Perfect. Oh, and then here I need to change that to an actual link. I'm going to say whatever my Canva link is. I always like to open it in a new tab and hit save. And then you hit create. And it should save it. Let's see. Save. And then again, when it comes to your appointment reminders, I like to just grab, there's usually some already in your canned emails that I like to just copy and paste, duplicate it, appointment confirmation, discovery call, save. And you can customize it here. Again, we'd want to say like, feel free to check out my pricing and services guide here and create a link to it, save. We continue to create the other emails as well. So the follow-up email, checking in on your hi, smart field, client, first name. Wanted to see if you have any questions for me. This, thanks. And then your email signature, which is under brand. Your email signature in 3.0 is under settings here, and it can be adjusted down here. So whenever you do your smart field there, I'm gonna get rid of the word best because I tend to have a unique sign off in the email, but I do like my name to be there and then this little image thing. And if you want a template on this image, it's in the description down below. It's a free little template. It looks just like this for you to implement for yourself. All right, and then let's go back. So all of our templates get built out. Our forms need to get built out. So under form templates, we would do a new form template or work off of a lead capture that's already there. Let me go back and copy this. Form templates. I'm going to duplicate it, call it to, rename it. And then once both of lead capture forms are created, then we can go to events, into your scheduler templates, and create the discovery templates. We're going to name it discovery call. We're going to change it to 15 minutes. Google Meet. We're going to add a video conferencing link that'll get automatically created. Your availability here, you can plug in, you can change everything like that. And then the booking page is the information for how long in the future it can be booked. I want it to be able to be booked probably rolling 30 days. 30 days in the future, I'm going to change this to 24 hours in advance. They will be shown in a week, and I'd rather it be shown in 30-minute increments. Perfect. And then under advanced settings, this is some of the buffer times. So we can do the 15-minute buffer after. The discovery call that goes out once they fill out the inquiry form does not need a form attached. And we do want reminders set. So we do want the 1 hour, let's see, 1 hour and 24 hours. Okay, 1 hour and 24 hours before. And then the confirmation email is our new appointment confirmation one. Great, and that's all saved. And then once that's created, I can duplicate and call it discovery call with your brand. And then the only thing I'm changing on this one is requiring that form for that lead capture. So we created the canned emails, the scheduler, and the forms. And now we can go to our flows and create a new flow template here. We're gonna say, edit this. I'm gonna call it new lead from, and this is going to send a scheduler, discovery call. Let me go back to my events for my discovery call. This invitation should be like send discovery call. And then let me go back here, edit. I don't know why it's not pulling in my canned email. We would want to have the right canned email that we just created. So maybe open up a new tab, copy and paste it over, take a look at my pricing and services guide, right? And then we're going to save that. And then I'll send an email. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm still new to Dubsado 3.0, and I really thought it would work like 2.0 where your canned emails are there, but it's currently not like that. So let me come over to 2.0 and grab those canned emails we wrote to be able to paste them in here. This is going to be 3 days after all previous actions are completed, and I do want approval before that goes out. So it'll wait for approval. And then this discovery call, let me grab the wording here. Okay, cool. I want to change the project status once the appointment is booked. I'm looking for the discovery call, and the project status I'm going to change to call book, create, and I want to pause this flow once the call is booked. So then it won't automatically send the follow-up email. So now if I go to my forms, I want to take the lead capture, and under settings, we're going to have it start the new lead from form workflow. And now this will set off that flow, and your form for the scheduler does not need a workflow, because the only thing you're doing is changing the project status, which can be changed with the form submission. And then the discovery call will send the automated reminders, because that's what you set up in the events tab here. So all of those will automatically go out. So now you are able to embed your lead capture form or your discovery call. So we're going to share, we can embed this code here or inside, which is your contact form. So that's going to be this form here that gets embedded on your website. Scheduler template for the discovery call that has the form attached. You're able to share it up here, copy that embed code, and then that's what gets shared like on this page here, and it actually embeds the scheduler on your website right here. And you are always welcome to share the link to your scheduler with somebody if they want to jump on a call with you. Just know if the form is attached to that discovery call and it's a lead capture form, it's going to create a new project as soon as they book that call and fill out that form. I like to have a random call that doesn't have a form attached. So if somebody wants to book a call with me, they can. It'll go on my calendar. It'll send them the confirmation emails associated with that scheduler, but it will not create a project for them because either I already have a project with them or I don't know. It might not be needed. So yeah, so that is all of the flows for your new inquiry to make sure that they get all the right information to be able to book with you. Now, to test out these workflows, you basically want to treat it like you are that person. So I'm going to grab that public share link to the form, pick a date and time, and just fill it out. And then I should have it here that they just filled out that lead capture form. So now my client, they're actually in my projects as the test person, and I can see their details. They are under, it looks like lead captured. So the form got created here. And then under flows, I have the new lead from form, and it should have just sent out the discovery call. So let's go over to messages, sent. Here we go. Thank you for your interest. Let's follow. I love to schedule an appointment. They can schedule an appointment here. And this then does not have a form attached to it. And now if I go back, project status is going to get changed to call booked. It's going to pause because that call just got booked. So this whole workflow now is paused. I can see it here that it's paused. There's no next action. If I go to messages, I'll be able to send, and it should also send a confirmation of their booked appointment. I don't know if that's because it's in beta that it didn't go through. If I go to their project in 2.0, here, the workflow, I don't know why the discovery call confirmation did not go out, but it should have because we had it set up in the settings of the scheduler. But here you can also see that this workflow got paused. Nothing else is going to happen with it. That is your first workflow. I always like to test front to back with all the workflows. Once you've got it tested, you can delete the project, so it's just not sitting inside of your Dubsado. We can delete that we just tested. This is what the appointment should say. Your appointment's been confirmed. Perfect. Let me know in the comments if you are setting up your first workflow, how it's going. I've got resources on my YouTube channel for Dubsado setups. It's what I specialize in. So if this is like completely overwhelming to you, do be sure to set up a clarity call with me, and I'd love to chat with you to see what your options are for me to actually help you inside of your Dubsado. It is absolutely what I love to do. I love supporting small business owners getting organized in their Dubsado. I'm Lauren with The Smarter Creative. I do hope you subscribe to my channel, like this video, let me know if I can help in any way, and I will see you next time.